Watson. He may not be chasing anyone through a hedge maze, but his subtle side eye and weary sighs tell a story just as fascinating and a whole lot funnier. Bill Watson's bad day, why he's so grouchy in The Shining. Stanley Kubrick's The Shining is a film full of mysteries, from ghostly bartenders to rivers of blood gushing out of elevators. But one of the film's most overlooked enigmas is Bill Watson, the grouchy and visibly annoyed assistant manager of the Overlook Hotel. From the moment he's dragged along to help Stuart Ullman give the Torrance family a tour, Bill exudes the energy of a man who is so over it. Why is he so grouchy? What secrets is Bill Watson hiding? Let's dive into the mysterious possibilities behind Bill's bad mood and see if we can uncover the truth. 1. He's had it with Ullman's over-the-top enthusiasm. Let's start with the obvious. Stuart Ullman is the human equivalent of a perky HR manager. He's polished, cheerful, and just a little too eager to show off the Overlook Hotel. For Bill Watson, who probably just wants to finish his paperwork and get on with his day, Ullman's endless pep must be exhausting. Picture it. This isn't the first time Bill has had to stand silently while Ullman rattles off the same speech about the Overlook's history. He's probably heard the Native American burial ground line so many times that he's mentally rewriting it, built on a place where people should have left well enough alone, and now I'm stuck babysitting. 2. Bill knows the Overlook's secrets. Bill Watson doesn't look like a man surprised by much, and that's because he probably knows everything about the Overlook's sinister history. He knows about the Grady murders. He knows about room 237. He knows about the creepy twins who keep showing up uninvited. And now he's being dragged into introducing yet another caretaker to this death trap. Bill's sour mood might stem from the fact that he's seen this story before. He knows exactly how this ends. Jack Torrance loses his mind, Wendy runs screaming, and Danny freaks out about something supernatural. Bill is just here to check off his boxes and hope this is the year someone doesn't end up chasing their family with an axe. 3. The Grady incident gave him PTSD. Speaking of the Grady murders, can we talk about how traumatic that must have been for Bill? Ullman casually mentions the whole caretaker killed his family with an axe thing, like he's reading off a weather report. But you just know Bill had to deal with the aftermath. He probably found the bodies, cleaned up the blood, and filled out so much paperwork that he still has nightmares about it. Now, every time Ullman hires a new caretaker, Bill gets a little twitchy. Great. He's probably thinking, another guy with writer's block who's going to snap by February. Guess who'll be scrubbing blood out of the carpets again? Me. Bill Watson. 4. He's just here for the paycheck. Let's face it, Bill Watson doesn't give off the vibe of someone deeply passionate about hotel management. He's a man who's clocking in, doing the bare minimum, and clocking out. The Overlook Hotel's endless list of weirdness? Not his problem. Ghosts in the hallway? As long as they don't ask for extra towels, Bill isn't getting involved. Being dragged into Ullman's dog and pony show is probably the last thing Bill wants. He's not here to smile at the new guy or gush about the hotel's amenities. He's here to make sure the boiler doesn't explode and maybe sneak a coffee break in peace. Ullman's relentless enthusiasm only makes Bill's just-a-paycheck attitude even more hilarious. 5. He's annoyed at Ullman's total lack of realism. Ullman is all about selling the dream. The Overlook is a grand, historic hotel with world-class amenities. But Bill Watson knows the truth. He knows the boiler is barely functional, the roof leaks, and the ghosts aren't exactly paying rent. Ullman's spiel about how wonderful the Overlook is must drive Bill up the wall. Imagine standing there while your boss gives another glowing speech about a hotel you know is actively haunted. Bill's trying not to roll his eyes, but inside he's screaming, "Tell them about the ghosts, Stuart. Or how about the hedge maze? You know, the death trap covered in snow half the year?" 6. He's got better things to do. Bill Watson doesn't strike me as a guy with a packed social calendar, but even he has better things to do than play tour guide for the Torrance family. Maybe he was planning a quiet lunch in the staff break room. Maybe he was hoping to sneak in a nap. Maybe he was finally going to finish reading that Stephen King novel he's been working on. Whatever it was, Ullman dragged him away from it, and now he's stuck smiling politely while Jack Torrance pretends he knows how to swing a hammer. 7. He's secretly a ghost. Okay, hear me out. What if Bill Watson isn't just grouchy? What if he's dead? The Overlook Hotel is teeming with ghosts, and Bill's stiff demeanour and reluctance to engage could mean he's been part of the spectral staff this whole time. Maybe he's not annoyed by Ullman. Maybe he's just annoyed by the living in general. Oh, great. Another batch of humans. Can't they hire someone who's already dead for once? 8. He's jealous of Jack. What if Bill Watson wanted to be the caretaker? Maybe he dreamed of spending the winter in the Overlook, writing his own novel, or finally finishing that wood-carving project. But instead, Ullman handed the job to Jack, leaving Bill stuck with his usual thankless duties. Every time Ullman fawns over Jack, Bill's resentment grows. Oh no, sure, give the guy with the drinking problem a shot. Meanwhile, I'm stuck repairing the boiler again. Conclusion. Bill Watson deserves better. Bill Watson's grouchy demeanour in The Shining is one of the film's greatest mysteries, and one of its funniest details. Whether he's fed up with Ullman, haunted by the Overlook's dark history, or just trying to get through his shift, Bill is the unsung hero of the film. He's the guy who's seen it all, dealt with it all, and frankly, doesn't have the patience for one more round of Overlook nonsense. So, the next time you watch The Shining, pay attention to Bill Watson. He may not be chasing anyone through a hedge maze, but his subtle side-eye and weary sighs tell a story just as fascinating and a whole lot funnier